You might know I do a few thumbnails, mainly cycling based ones. One of them's for Ed Laverack. He does a few of them, I do a few of them. If there's usually a big one or a big video, he'll sort of, you know, send through a screenshot. Can you do something with this? And I think, you know, him and Phil are on this kind of level where they'll send something and I know what they want to try and get across. I want to watch the videos. I've kind of got to put my fan hat on and just say, okay, this is the theme of the video, this is what's going to happen. What do I really want to see? Usually it's just, you know, a cyclist just with a title or a simple title. Some of Ed's recent ones with the this one with the hardest climb in Wales, and a few others are doing quite well. So yeah, I just thought I'd talk you through this one. This one was him talking about his training for the hill climb season. So he sent through this photo here and he sort of said, can you just stick confidential or top secret or something on here? So I look at it, it's set in his house. Well, I'll talk you through it now. Thumbnail, I think this was the final thumbnail. Oh yeah, this is the final thumbnail. Again, we're on a slight angle here just to stop the lines anti-analyzing or whatever it is of the screen to give you that. I will do a screen record at some point, we'll get that sorted. And for any of these, if you want to continue watching these, just let me know below if you find it interesting. You might not even have any interest in them at all and you still watch them for some reason, so just comment below if you are enjoying them. So that was the final thumbnail. So you can see here, top secret, Ed there just pointing at it and looking at it, and we put this sort of background in as well, so I had to cut out Ed and try and make it match the sort of shadows and stuff. So, and then we sent him that as well to put out onto YouTube community. Once you get over a certain amount of subscribers, you can turn that on, so you can sort of post to the community page as well. So it's just like a post really. So to say a video's coming up. This is a lightened version just for this camera, so you can see this was the photo that Ed sent over. You can see here his dirty pants in the background drying. His magic whiteboard there. What's on there? Dinner? Can't quite work that out. So you've got to be careful there. Specific. I think this is tactics on how he's going to beat Bullet Bell at the Pull-Up Hill Climb. So well, it's too late to enter now, and about to scalp him. The idea here is, like Ed just said, I want this top secret thing here, so all confidential. I did find this royalty-free image to use, and I was going to cut, because I like that because it's got the Wahoo look old sort of colour scheme. I was going to try and cut this guy out and then use Ed as the background. I tried, it sort of didn't work, so I would have done a better job of cutting him out, but it just didn't feel quite right, even with trying to put a bit of purple on Ed. That, yeah, it's just not working, so scrap that idea. Quite like this, we'd obviously got rid of the keyhole. I didn't really know why keyhole that side. I don't know what the idea is, whether you're in a box locked in or something. So first thing to do, as always, do the cut around Ed. So lots of different, you'll notice in the main thing, Ed's got amazing eyelashes. I think all the girls would be very jealous. It makes it a real pain in the behind to cut him out. So he's got these huge bloody eyelashes. So you've got to make a decision whether you go round them. Yeah, I don't know, yeah, I mean, that would just look crazy if you went around them, because if you put then a fine point on them, they'll just disappear anyway. So I made a decision for this one. Don't tell him I took his eyelashes off. So I cut him out of this background. So I'm left with a nice solo Ed, so then I can put him anywhere really. Had to cut out the arm as well, which I actually missed to start with, but I did do that in the end. And then we just found this top secret again in my library. I quite like it because it's not too in your face as well. You had to then fit that to the thing. We did, there's loads of stages here. So I found, again, another royalty free. I know you probably prefer to look at her rather than Ed Laverack, so, but unfortunately we did have to cut her out. So there's a few stages here of getting rid of her and putting Ed over the top, just seeing what I needed to lose. There's no point trying to cut her all out and trying to hide her behind books and stuff if Ed's going to cover the majority of her. So if you work through and get where you want general layout of this thumbnail where you want, even with his head, so like you can see here we're losing a lot of Ed, but even like that would have made it tricky, and I didn't cut around Ed's head very well here, actually, just to lose a little bit of Ed on the top and to cover her up more, which makes it easier to cut for the thumbnail. And then it was the process. This was the original with that keyhole one, which I took the keyhole out of and just started to, you see here I've missed that bit for this one, and it was just starting to layer up some dark stuff around Ed really. So you can see the PC is grinding to halt when I start to get into the technical stuff. Ed's built up by loads of different stuff here. So I've got the dark Ed underneath, and then I just, sorry, I'm mumbling a lot, and then I just build it up. So it means I can sort of still keep the shadows off his face, but lose a bit around the edges. Then it was just the process of getting him in this bit really. So yeah, I think this was the final one. So cut out
Ed. Oh, that's again loads of layers on Ed. That's why it's struggling. The PC does need replace. So there we go. So you can see there, I've done a great job at cutting her out because you don't need to. And this is a lesson you learn from watching. There's an animation YouTube channel I watch, and if something goes behind something, they don't animate it. They don't have to. So it's just like yeah. And then I went back in and cut his arm out there. And again, this bit here is the whole. So if we show you, that is just then the photo, a bit of the photo. It's not going to work, is it? Why isn't that working? Oh, that's just anyway. That's just a bit of this background. I think actually probably like there that I've just sort of grabbed across and sort of put it there. So oh yeah, we had to do a little mold tool just to give it this perspective, because obviously it's slanted back. So if you were to put it on straight, let's have a look, show you what I mean there. So this is okay. So this is it, like straight. So even if we take the background out, this will be a bit rough, but because it's white, it'll be quite nice to you wouldn't be able to do that on a lot of stuff. Ungroup head. So if you were to put it on straight like that, it just won't give, it's not that bad actually, it wouldn't give the right perception that it's actually on the paper. So what we would do is then, what I did is then just stretched it slightly, manoeuvred it on the paper so it just looks flat against the paper really. And that was that, so that was that, that's what we did. Shush, great little video. I think it's going to be one of those that goes, not viral maybe, who knows. So you get to see the woman behind Ed, so don't tell Charlie that Ed's dating this girl in the library and I've just put him in front of her. So behind the scenes, behind the biggest comma in Britain at the moment. Yeah. We did this other one for him as well, hill climb. So I did, actually I've got to send him that one. Let's just make sure that's, export this to, call it new. We'll call it something. So go into there. We do everything at half size, so then when we come to export it, we do it at double the pixels. So 192 will give us the correct ratio and resolution and stuff for things. You can't have a file over 2 meg. So we'll send him that one, and probably can't show you. No, I can't show you his chat, just there's something secret on there. So what I do, we've got a Google Drive folder, so I'll just dump that in the Google Drive folder and let him know on WhatsApp, which I can't show you. So that is that really. Yeah, again, I added this on. Ed wanted like something, so we know thumbnail was that, and it's doing quite well. So we'll maybe just chuck that bottom one on, just so they know it's in that same playlist or whatever. So there we go. Yeah, so that was the thumbnail for Ed there in the top secret library, or I don't know, something like that. So he streamed when that one went live as well. So I can't remember what time. I was out on my bike chasing down Bullet in that. Yeah, he streamed, and then the views weren't as good as to start with as normal. So this one will be one of those which gets picked up by search engines, and some of the people, some sneaky competition are going to go and watch it. So I think it's going to do well overall. Thumbnails gives you a little bit of intrigue. It hasn't got a huge text on saying what it is, so you have to sort of look at it, and so it's kind of alternative to what I've just sort of mentioned earlier about like they have to sort of hit you and stuff. But by being a bit quieter, this one sort of draws you in a bit, and the shading around Ed, as you've seen, brings it all in to him really. We'll look at I've got to redo Phil's banner at the top of the YouTube, so we'll do a little video on that maybe, and just with the different screen sizes, and we'll refresh that one and show you that. So, and maybe Ed's as well, maybe do a new banner for Ed. It's quite a nice shot, but maybe we just need to get a little bit more in there. The banner's really important for newbies landing on the page, so don't waste that space, do something with it. I need to do mine as well. Hopefully you like this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. They're a bit different to Behind the Com, but there's another video over here about thumbnails. You might recognise this one. You might have probably watched it already. Go and watch this one. This is me talking about this thumbnail. And if you like these, just comment below and just say, yeah, love that. Any other questions about the sort of design stuff, just leave a comment below. We'll see you soon. Subscribe.